So we're now going to look at describing transformations, and specifically looking at translations. So here we've got a question where we've been asked to fully describe the transformation that will map triangle A onto triangle B. Now we can look at the triangle and see that the orientation hasn't changed, the size hasn't changed, and it just looks like the triangle A has been picked up and placed down somewhere else on the coordinate grid. That's how we know that what we're looking at is a translation. The first thing we need to write down is that we know that it is a translation. Now, to describe the translation, we need to write a vector. Now, a vector is going to be written in brackets with one number above another. The top number tells us how far left or right the shape has moved, and the bottom number tells us how far up and down it has moved. Now, to work this out, we look at one corner on triangle A and look at the corresponding corner on triangle B. So if I take this top corner here, the corresponding corner on triangle B is going to be this one. I'm going to see how far that corner has moved. Well, that corner has moved 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to the right, and then 1 space up. So because it is 4 spaces to the right, I have a positive 4 at the top, and 1 space up means I need to have a 1 at the bottom. So to describe the translation, we need to have that it is a translation with the vector 4, 1. Right, and again we're going to be looking at seeing the transformation to map triangle A onto triangle B. So because we know the orientation or the size hasn't changed, we know that it's going to be a translation. So let's make sure we write that down. Now again, I'm going to look at one triangle, one corner on each triangle to see how that has moved. So if I look at that corner there and there. Now this time it has moved 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to the right and 1, 2 spaces down. So remembering the top number tells us how far left or right we go, 4 spaces to the right means we need to have a positive 4. Because it has moved 2 spaces down, we need to have negative 2 on the lower number. So describing this one, we have translation with the vector 4, negative 2. Right, again, we're going to look to see how we can get triangle A onto triangle B. So we know it's going to be a translation. So let's make sure we write that bit down. Going to look at our corners, so we're going to pick this corner again. I'm going to see how that one moves. Well, this time it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces to the left and 1, 2 spaces down. So putting our brackets in ready for our vector, 5 spaces to the left means we need to have negative 5 at the top, and 2 spaces down means I need to have negative 2 at the bottom. So we've got a translation with the vector negative 5, negative 2. And that's the information you need to have to describe a translation.